Welcome to the Flex Forward podcast, where grit meets growth. With your host, Nic Espanet, bringing you stories of resilience, reinvention, and the real climb to success.
All right, everyone, welcome to the Flex Forward podcast. Today, we're joined by Dara Shah. Dara is a dentist that looks like in the Austin area. I'm excited to hear her journey and how she got to having a successful practice and being a successful dentist and any challenges she had to get there. But Dara, thank you for joining us today. Can you let our listeners know a little more about you?
So hi everyone. So it's very good afternoon right now. And I am Dara Shah. I've been practicing as a dentist for 20 years. And currently I am working as a regional dental director for Jefferson Dental and Orthodontics. And I started my journey almost 20 years ago as a dentist. So I'm an international student. I started as a dentist in 2005 in India, graduated, practiced there for about 12, 15 years, and decided to move to United States where my parents were moving here. So I was like, okay, let's try. Always heard the journey was an easy one, ready to focus and get on the challenge. So in 2018 is when I decided to move here. I was married and I had a kid by then. She was only 3 year old, so it was a challenge accepted. Going back to dental school, the journey is never easy to apply to dental school, get accepted. You have to do interviews. You have to do a bench test is more like an exam you have to pass to get into a school. It was a learning curve, having patience to get that interview. It was challenging for 2 years of nonstop applications, and then I did my advanced education before I got into school. So that way, I knew how the culture was in the United States, how things worked in the United States, and then I moved on to that process. Got accepted in California in 2019. Studied for 2 years, practiced in California for a year, learned a lot of system. Dentistry wasn't different back home in India or here. It's the same. I had to learn about how to work with the staff, the auxiliary staff that supports us in office, and then how to work with insurances. Dental insurances are different as compared to my country.
Okay.
And that's something I really learned here.
And so you've been through dental school twice, it sounds like. Once in India and then once in the US. So was the school's similar? I mean, a tooth is a tooth, that was probably 95% or 99% just a repeat of what you'd already done.
Yes, pretty much the same. The dental school that we do in the United States is mainly to understand the system here. Theoretical education is barely for a good 6 months, not much, but then we are more thrown into practical stuff. So we are treating patients, we are treating more advanced cases, and that really helps us to know how system works here.
Okay, yeah, learning more. Awesome. In the dental world, I'm sure there's lots of competition, and you coming in as you're probably a non-traditional student. You're already a mom, family, and already a dentist. So what was something that maybe set you apart as you were going through the process that helped you?
So I think my practice or my journey for 10, 12 years that I practiced back home in India, the amount of population we see as a dentist in India gives a lot of practice and experience to see different variety of cases, challenges we face. Not everything is the same, like material wise or technology wise, wasn't the same now that we have available. So, had to grow from there. So, I feel that I was blessed to have, I was in a way trained where I learned the traditional stuff, and now I'm also learning very much digital stuff.
Okay.
So even if digital stuff sometimes doesn't work, maybe because the internet's down or anything, at least I know my traditional way.
Yeah, you can go back to the
Old
original
technique.
way It was done
Yeah.
probably in the U.S. Well, and then that's awesome. And it probably brings a lot of extra to your patients too, or your clients, that you're having that extra knowledge of how to do it without the computer aided stuff.
Yes, exactly. It really helps to know both ways of working. Sometimes some challenges are there, and you have to go back to your traditional stuff.
hmm Well, that's awesome. As you were going through your journey, did you come across any books or podcasts, maybe something that you listened to or read that helped you, kind of achieve more, or, either, could be something work wise or in your home or health wise? Do you have any tips that you or things that you listen to?
I do, as coming from a medical background, so having more about dental knowledge, investment is something that I really feel that I don't wasn't trained much. Never focused in that area, so I do listen to podcasts for investments a lot.
Okay.
So during my journey right now, going back and forth from home, I always listen to any investments. Most of them I go to White Coat Investor.
Okay.
That's the podcast that I would love to and kind of try to follow and grow from there.
Awesome. Yeah. And I've listened to that some. It's been a while, but before I got into commercial real estate, I was a physical therapist. So not,
Hmm.
it's similar to some of the people that have gone through the white coat, where they come from healthcare or medical medicine and then go into investing in different types of financial areas. So very, very helpful. So what's one of the biggest challenges you feel like you've overcome in your journey?
I think the biggest challenge as a dentist was one, we learn dentistry in school and we practice, but the biggest challenge is working with people is my biggest, like not everybody's the same. Whether you talk
Mm,
about patients or talk about your treatment coordinators or you talk about your assistants, because they are your backbone. You can't do dentistry without them. And initially, I thought I knew everything, but then I realized during these 5 years that I've practiced in the United States, no, dentistry is not only thing that I need to know. And so I've been growing myself in learning more management courses, how to work with people, how to understand them. You can't deal with one person as in two different people the same way. You have to
hmm
understand them, what they understand, and then you have to change yourself in communication. So I feel that management courses where you learn communications, talking to people, manage them is the biggest challenge that I do face, and I'm still growing on those areas.
Well, and that's great. I think be a dentist, a physician, a financial manager, you're going to deal with people. Very few jobs do you not interact with, even if engineer or just different things where you need to work with your staff, people that are above you in the job or below you or equal. But having that
Yes.
skill is so important. So, that's somebody. I have three daughters, and I talk to them like some try to get them to read books on interacting with people, and I'm like, it's not being manipulative. It's just knowing how to talk to people, even if you're, I don't know, just trying to get your sister to make decide to do
Yeah.
something. It's good to know how to talk with people. So that's great. You saw, and then that you saw that you had an area that was challenging for you, and you're seeking out classes. You're finding somebody that may have more wisdom in that area, and so I
Yeah.
think that's very important. In whatever walk taking in life, is when you see recognizing that an area is challenging and seeking help, finding somebody that has more wisdom in that area is so important, because
Yeah.
it goes back to the saying, you don't want to be the smartest person in the room. Find the people that are already good at those things, and use them as or utilize them as mentors.
Yes, I agree very much. That's what I feel like is more important that you learn. Every person or every journey teaches you something. And I feel like it's very important to learn good things. They're good, always going to be good and bad. Where you focus is what is important, right? You just learn good and move on.
Yeah, good stuff. Well, sounds like things are going well, and congratulations. And you talked
Mm.
about investing. A lot of people, either entrepreneurs or business owners, realize that you've only got so much time in your day to do your job and produce, but you want to look at some of those things that maybe can create income when you're not working, or while you're
Yeah.
working but doing something else. So have you looked at investing in any alternative investments?
Mainly, I do stocks, and then I've been trying to look more REIT, that's real estate investing, which
Yeah,
is not directly investing into the real estate, but indirect investment that kind of I don't have to worry
akin to
about
a
the
REIT. Yeah,
management of the properties later. I've been trying to learn first so that way I know if I'm doing it right or not.
gotcha. And it's always good to educate so you're going in with your eyes as wide open as possible and having that knowledge. That's awesome stuff.
Yeah.
Well, what in the as we're starting to kind of get towards the end, do you have any exciting plans or initiatives in the next 6 to 12 months?
I do. I am currently I just got myself enrolled for American Certified Dental, no, Clinical Director program, which
Okay,
I'm going to start in September. It runs for 11 months. Again, it's a short MBA for dentist, I would say, and networking is something I really love. So that is something that really interests me to network with people, learn everybody's journey, get through the process, and see what I can grow. Where I
that's
can grow, I
awesome.
mean. Yeah.
Dara, thank you so much for joining. If people would like to get in touch with you, learn more about you, what's the best way for them to reach out to you?
They can definitely reach out to me by email. I can give you my email as darahps@gmail.com.
Okay. Yeah. I encourage you if you have any questions about dental stuff or her path, definitely reach out. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you for listening to the Flex Forward podcast. Be sure to like and share and pass this along to your friends and family and keep listening. Thank you, Dara.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Nick.
You're
Thank you for
welcome.
this opportunity.
Thanks for listening to the Flex Forward podcast. If you've got grit, growth, and a great story, visit flexforwardpodcast.com/guest to apply and join us on the show.